All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in once again. The day is Tuesday, June 4th of the year 2024, and we're here at Las Vegas, Nevada. Ladies and gentlemen, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, 100 laps of action, live with the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. Yet again, it's week 5, ladies and gentlemen, and they're out there qualifying right now on the track. We're getting in here. We're going to catch this action. We're going to call every nook and cranny down to the last number crossing the line there. And we're going to have a ball, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in with us. Welcome to Kev Calls TV. My name is Kevin Hazelwood, and once again, this is the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. And we've got wonderful Eli Minnick in the number 45 out there laying down some qualification times. He cut a 30.295 as he cut across there just now, and it's going to switch over. We got John Crawford on the screen now in the number 28 for Birdhouse Motorsports out there, fast as can be. Rachel Hunt, Ryan Catalano. Lovely thing, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching iRacing. This is esports, baby. This is not the real thing, but it's as close as it gets. So all of them can have the single qualification time at this same go. 5 minutes. We're going to get this thing underway. They're going to get those laps cut in there, and we're going to talk about things to come as they're doing so, like these point championship standings right now. Mason Thompson leading this thing off with 134 points. He's got Jason Spear right behind him with 134 points, creeping up in the rear there. But that there third place driver has yet to grab a win. The two up top, they are both guaranteed a spot in the chase for the playoffs later on here in the championship. They've got a win apiece at least. Mason Thompson's got 2. He won the first race out. He won the 4th race out. It's week 5. Hopefully we can get somebody else in that guaranteed slot up in there. We've got Joshua Parent also guaranteed as well. That's the 3 drivers with the W's on the tracks right now. We've got Ryan Elmore on the screen there in the 26, another Birdhouse Motorsports driver. It switches immediately to another one because the other driver was more exciting through that turn. Little pun on APG right there. But back to the points. Rachel Hunt running in 4th place and in 5th right now. Jason Chilton, Eli Minnick in 6th. 7th place is Mike McMillan. 8th place, Chandler Clark. We got people that need to make some time up there. Troy Baker, Michael Sellers, Cody Dahl, Ryan Elmore, Isaac Campbell, Ryan Hatch, and Ryan Catalano. That's down to 15th place there. They still got a chance, but they need to get them points up if they want to make it in there without a win. So that's that. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the teams. How they're standing up for the team championship out there. Right now, Birdhouse Motorsports has got this thing pretty well locked in. Almost 70 points. Well, actually, 69 points on Dahl's Mechanical running in 2nd place right now with 395. They've got Bitcoin Boy with 388 running in 3rd place. K-Bomb Racing out there at 341 trying to get things taken care of there. Spear Motorsports has got 332. Top It Off Racing out there with 243. There's a glitch up there. Top It Off's on there twice. We'll get that taken care of. Chaos Motorsports out there with 158 points. And ladies and gentlemen, those qualification times are in. And that means it's grid time. So let's go ahead and pull that grid up for you. We got Ryan Elmore on the pole with Mark Math starting on the outside of him. Maui's in the house. We got a driver replacement out there. Clinton Engel no longer driving with K-Bomb. He had some things come up he had to cut out. And Mr. Math, Maui himself, has stepped in to fill those shoes with the 199 out there. He's in 2nd place. 3rd place is going to Chandler Clark for another Birdhouse Motorsports driver. They're all over the place out there is Birdhouse. 4th is Jason Spear. We got Jason Shelton in 5th place. 6th place is going to Billy Van Meter of Chaos Motorsports. 7th place going to Magnus Anderson. Joshua Divers out there in 8th. 9th place going to Christopher Hodgson. After Christopher Hodgson, we got 10th place of Ryan Catalano. I went a little too far on my list there for y'all. After Ryan Catalano's Keith Hume, John Crawford. We've got Joshua Parent in 13th, 14th place going to Barry Kramer. 15th place is Christopher Fleshman in the 87 out there. 16th place going to young Wyatt Frink. Chris Vickery, K-Bomb driver out there in 17th. Andrew Watt top it off in 18th place. Rachel Hunt out there. She's going to cruise back in the back for right now, but watch out for her. She's fast. 19th position for that driver. 20th place, Mason Thompson. Michael Sellers going to be in 21st position. 22nd going to Rob Higgs Jr. 23rd place, Ryan Allen with 24th on the outside there. Matthew Gonzalez, another driver to watch right there. Eli Minnick, 25th place. 26th place going to Kim Kraus. 27th, Troy Baker. Isaac Campbell coming in 28th place on the qualification there. 29th going to Mitchell Schaefer, I apologize, Mitchell, for the mispronunciation of your first name there. Joshua Corner going to be in 30th position. 31st going to Kendrick Home. And Cody Dahl, 32nd. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your grid for the 5th race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. They're out there on the track. We're going to get them loaded up in there completely. That pace car is going to take off. They're going to get that inaugural lap around the track under pace conditions. Get a little bit of heat in those tires, just a little bit, not too much. But after that, ladies and gentlemen, it's race time. Green flag's going to drop, and all havoc, all hell going to break loose out there on the track. You're going to see rubber flying, steel crashing, and everything in between. Nighttime race as the sun sets down behind us. The lights are kicked on around here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and it's race time, ladies and gentlemen. As amateur bowler out in the stands screaming, "Let's go!" I agree, sir. Let's get this underway. Race time is upon us. Look at the field there. A couple drivers still left to come and check in here so we can get this thing underway. That's what they're waiting on. After that is done, woo-hoo! Like I said, havoc. Oh me, oh my. What is this that I see with my little eye? I see a track full of cars ready to get down with their bad funky selves here in Sin Town, ladies and gentlemen. What happens here stays here is what they say. Well, guess what? That ain't gonna happen on this track because we're broadcasting out to the world and gonna let everybody see what happens in Vegas tonight, baby. As we get it all gathered together here, they're trying to get the final positions worked out there. There we go. Pace cars off. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 lap, 1.5 miles for that lovely little pace car down there to do, struggling as it does so well to get around this fast track here. These ladies and gentlemen out here on the track with the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League are about to show you, the willing participants watching at home, how it's done on the track. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can you feel the anticipation building in the air here as that sun sets down over the plains behind this great grandstand there here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway? That track is going to cool way off, so the only way to get that heat up is to get this race underway. Pace car going to take that dive down pit road, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go with week 5 of season 2 of the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. Ryan Elmore with the lead there. Green flag out And he's got Maui with the 199 for K-Bomb on the outside. Everybody knows that pink car. As this action gets underway here, coming through turn one, they're going to sprint out there. We've got two wide action, nothing major going on at the track there. But towards the back here, we've got Wyatt, Frank, Brad, Barry Kramer, and Keith Hume. They had a little three wide action going through turn two. Somebody wasn't fast enough for somebody else as they went out. Got the Bitcoin boys in the back of the field back here. They're going to make their way on up. Get everything taken care of. Big field here, ladies and gentlemen. 32 cars checked in here for this action. They're just going to show you how to work this out. Cody Dahl up from the back right now, up about 4 positions here in the front now. As we get this thing underway, we've got Mark Math falling back to 3rd position. Chandler Clark shooting up to the front like a rocket, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Jason Spear making up 5th position with Magnus Anderson, Billy Van Meter, and Joshua Divers kicking that back there behind him. Look at the cut on that field right there as they come around turns 3 and 4. I'm sorry, 1 and 2, ladies and gentlemen. Onto that backstretch now. What a race we've got taking place here. Lap 3 underway. Out of 100, ladies and gentlemen. 100 laps. The fuel was limited to 65%. It's going to make for an interesting set of pits there. At least 2 pit stops to finish the race with fuel. You don't necessarily need 2 pit stops for tires, but you do for fuel here because the fuel has been limited. You got 18.7 gallons in these Xfinity machines at 100%. You're limited back to 65% on that, so you're looking at around 12.2, 12.3, something like that, maybe 11.8 on your fuel. Takes off a different run there. So, and you know, if you need the fuel, and that's just enough to where 1 set of tires is under the fuel limit, so you might as well get the 2nd set while you're fueling up as well. And that's just how that cookie is going to crumble for them out here, ladies and gentlemen. Got a good race going on right now so far. They are doing everything in their power to keep it green. There's a Week 2's winner of Joshua Parent right there in the number 22. We're looking down the nose of that car as he makes efforts to get on up through the field a little bit inside of the 34 of young Wyatt Frink. Youngest one on the field out there in the 34 is Wyatt Frink there. Also a real-life driver himself. Does a fine job out there. We tell him all the time, is it checkers or wreckers? And the young boy goes, it's wreckers. With a giggle and a grin. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen, off of turn 4, coming through the front stretch now. There's Ryan Elmore, Jason Chilton, Chandler Clark, and Mark Math loving the field as they're going around 3 here. We've got a wonderful race happening right now. Nice and clean action, 7 laps in as it continues on. Ryan Elmore leading this thing with Chandler Clark nipping at his heels. And Mark Math sitting comfortably in 3rd place. I know that driver quite well myself, and I know how he drives. I know what he's about, so we'll just go ahead and not focus on him for a while because he's just holding back, waiting for a time to strike. Jason Chilton right here, been real smooth, very consistent through most of the races here with the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League here, and this driver's been very, very, like I said, consistent with how he's been up towards the front of the pack. A lot of these drivers have been up there. Billy Van Meter, back 1 slot from the beginning there. He's in 7th place, but the driver knows exactly what he's doing on the track there. He is definitely just driving around, and he knows it's a long race. 100 laps does not just go by in the blink of an eye. He's saving tires, saving back on fuel to make a run later on before the fuel stop. We're going to check it back here to 22nd place. Back into the field, we've got 3 K-Bomb drivers with Miss Rachel Hunt there of Spear Motorsports right there with them. These drivers are all kind of working together. Rachel to the inside there. It looks like she's going to take the lead of this little pack right there with the 61-3, the 40 of Isaac Campbell, and the 51 of Ryan Allen of Chaos Motorsports back there towards the rear of the pack right now. Great little pack race going on right now in the middle of here. We've got John L. Crawford, Barry Kramer, Christopher Hodgson, Kim Krause out there battling it down. Christopher Fleshman out there in the front of that 11th position right now. That's what they're aiming for, is that 87 out there in the front end of your screen. You got the 23 right behind him of Ryan Catalano. I'm sorry. I apologize on the misspeak there. Right behind him. Missed the number on the side there. Apologize for that. The 99 and the 92 racing there almost side by side. Coming through turns 3 and 4 onto the front stretch. You got that little bit of the tri-oval there. They like to cut down on the inside of that white line to get that speed up there. 3 wide action for a moment as they settle into turn 1 with Christopher Hodgson. Got Keith Hume way out on the outside on the wall, really gaining that speed on the high and mid lane there is Keith Hume in the 21. What a great race that's turning out here tonight at Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Birdhouse Xfinity Open Leagues, Week 5. Ryan Elmore about a half a second up on the field right now, up in first place for the first part of this race here. 13 laps are down, ladies and gentlemen, and they're just continuing right along as if nothing were wrong. Nothing happening. Nothing out of the ordinary as this race just goes down. And back here in the back, we got Joshua Corner, Cody Dahl, and Kendrick Holm, and Rob Higgs battling it out. Got some places to make up here, all the way back here, back of the field right now, ladies and gentlemen. Up there in front of them, we've got Troy Baker, Wyatt Frink to the outside of him right now, coming down on the wall. He's going to get that little bit of speed cut down, get everything going nice and smooth there. What a great, great run they're showing here from last week's Wreck Fest at Chicagoland to this week's just clean city out here in Sin City. Kind of didn't expect to see it this clean here. Because once again, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But I told you earlier, everybody's seeing the action going down here. Maui Math, Mark is up front there, now second place around Magnus Anderson. Jason Spear right there as well. Magnus in the number 7, though, really close to the rear of the 199. And we've got a heck of a race happening right now. As, like I said, Ryan Elmore got that half a second lead up on second place. Regardless of who it was, he's still a half a second up. The action continues to just unfold in front of us. Chandler Clark seemed to burn those tires off a little bit too early there, going to the front like he did. He's falling back. Billy Van Meter going to be on the outside of him here momentarily. 22 of Joshua Divers. 57 in the league. I'm sorry, Joshua Parrott coming to the inside of Billy Van Meter there, taking the pass for Bitcoin Boys. That young man's already got one win down for the year. Guaranteed a slot in the playoffs as the action continues to unfold in front of us on the track. There, that's Christopher Fleshman in the center of your screen. He's got Keith Hume in front of him. He's trying to track down 13th with the just lost. He's losing momentum there. We got a little tight pack there. The 42 of Matthew Gonzalez coming to the inside. Got Kim Krause on the outside of Matthew there as they're behind the 87 of Christopher Fleshman. 42 to the inside there. Going to get that speed up on the inside left door there of the 87 of Christopher Fleshman now. And he's going to have him in the next turn. Good roll off there. Fleshman got the pedal floored down, trying to keep that nose up in front of the 42 of Matthew Gonzalez. As they're trying to make their way on up to that top 10, ladies and gentlemen. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Math to the inside of the 26 of Ryan Elmore for the lead now. And this lap here will seal that away and put him up front now for a good whole lap. First place to Mark Math. 20 laps in, and the 199 sneaking by on the inside there. It's got Ryan Elmore falling back middle of the pack now, or I'm sorry, middle of the track now, with Magnus Anderson cutting a really good line behind him in the number 7. That's week 1 and week 4 winner, number 7 for Bitcoin Boy, Magnus Anderson. I apologize. Mason Thompson is the winner, not Magnus. Same team. But a different name. We're all human, ladies and gentlemen. Mistakes do happen, especially with me. And we're floating along here through the race here. Mark Math up in first place. Ryan Elmore running second place. Magnus Anderson third position. Joshua Parent just making his way up into fourth place, passing Jason Spear. Jason Spear now back to fifth place in the 83. Chandler Clark, sixth position. Seventh place going to Billy Van Meter. Eighth position, Mason Thompson in eighth position. Look out there. Mason Thompson, Joshua Divers battling it out for eighth and ninth position there, with 10th place going to John Crawford. All the way up now, ladies and gentlemen. You got to keep an eye on him. I told you he's in the back just waiting, and now he's going along through. iRacing Legend 77 says in the crowd there, this would nice if it was also on YouTube. Well, lucky for you, it is. Same name, go to YouTube. Give me just a moment, I'll get you a link for it as well in chat. There you go, my man, right there. YouTube link for you if you want to watch it on YouTube instead of Twitch. I understand there's a little bit of ads going on my Twitch probably, and I get it. Anyway, back to the action here as it unfolds. We got John Crawford there still sitting 10th position. Ryan Allen back here making waves up 8 positions from the start of this here race. He's up to 15th position. Mark Math still holding strong up front. Michael Sellers, he's pushing on through too as well. They're up to 21st position. He started way back there, and they're just trucking on through here. What a great, fantastic run as everything is going down. I think Mr. Higgs back in the back here. We've got young Wyatt Frank, Joshua Corner back behind him. Curious to see what happened to the drivers back here for them to fall off as much as they did. To be back here in the back. Sure, everything will gather up and they'll pick it up here later on. Action still going down, ladies and gentlemen, as we are 26 laps in to the race here at Las Vegas. And I'm telling you what, they're doing everything in their power just to keep this thing as clean as they possibly can. We got the 99 of Kim Krause out there on the screen right now. He is an independent driver. I'd go ahead and say they got around 32 to 35 laps before they'll start pitting in there. Probably the early bird's going to start diving in about 3 laps now. 65% fuel. You're going to see them. It's going to take at least 2 good laps as they go on through. And they've been running tough for 28 laps now at the line as they start lap 28 here. And we've got Mark Math falling back now. Ryan Elmore is all the way back up front, just saving tires. And gauging the field was APG out there in the 26. Joshua Parent, though, this driver right here, he's He's something special. We watched him in his first race out there on the track, ladies and gentlemen. He daggone near blew the doors off the entire field. Did the 22 of Joshua Parent. We'll go ahead and see what it looks like from the stands over here. If you were out there in the crowd, ladies and gentlemen, you might get something like this going on, turning your head, watching this action. They disappear for a moment through that large building in the middle of the track. Big old eyesore here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But what a great shot as APG, Ryan Elmore, and Joshua Parent coming across the line there to start us out at lap 30, ladies and gentlemen, from the fan cam, live in the stands there. See this action as they go on along the track here, ladies and gentlemen. That was them coming off of turn 2. They're entering turn 3 now. They are burning and turning through there, ladies and gentlemen. Good, clean racing here in the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. That's my two favorite things to say. If you've ever been in a race live with me, I like to cue up at the beginning there, give a little pre-race rundown of what's going on, where we're at, how we're doing, and hope everybody has good luck. And I tell them to keep it clean and keep it green, ladies and gentlemen, because that's when the fun time happens out there on the track. Getting some great shots as they're coming across the track here, ladies and gentlemen. These drivers are laying it all out there. They're 2-3 wide some points in time. A lot of space is transversed on the track, though, right now. And you're going to see who's the better driver, really, as it comes down to it. When you get the space out there, you got to catch in that wind behind them, draft up to them, hold your line properly without burning the tires off too much to catch the guy in front of you using the wind up there. It's just a big old game of chess at 170 miles an hour, and that's a lot of fun. "33 laps are down underway now with lap 33. Now, guys, I said it earlier, we're going to see them start to pull in the pits. We're going to see the pit strategy start to unfold here as the number 199 dropping back to the nose there of Billy Van Meter. Those two guys right there really, really do like each other. They get along really good. When Billy found out he was here, it was hilarious. And I got a kick out of it myself. But we're going to get to see them two race each other for a moment. And that's going to be some good, clean fun between those two drivers. They're not going to give each other any room at all, no matter what goes down. Will these two drivers right here. And back here in the back, that was Ryan Allen. It's still focusing up here on Billy Van Meter as he's moving closer to that rear end of Maui. They're trying to get that pass in on these tires of his that they got going. Guys, it's dark out there on the track. Track temperature's 93. That's rather cold here for Vegas out there in the desert sun on most days during the races on Sundays in the afternoons. But we got a night race going on here. Most of the races will be broadcast at night time for your viewing pleasure, and it gives a little bit of a different race. It causes the drivers to have a altered setup than what they've had throughout the regular seasons here on iRacing, ladies and gentlemen. It's really, really turns a great turn of event for everybody out there. And just to let you know, we're about 30 minutes into this here beautiful thing. If you're just now tuning in, guys, welcome to Kev Calls TV. This is the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League, and I am Kevin Hazelwood, and we're just watching some great action go down. Looks like lap 37 is when a first group's going to start taking those taking tires, taking fuel up in there. We've got the 22, the number 7, the 81. Good drivers off the track right now. Parent, Thompson, Divers, Crawford, Chilton. That's the ones I see right now on my screen taking it out. Actually, most people on the track going to get out there. Billy Van Meter going to get ahead a little bit. He's got Mark Math out there with him. Maui going to take the dive down the next lap around. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, It's all about strategy. How you going to do this? How you going to pull it off? Are you going to wait? Are you going to go? It's up to you. But be smart about it. As they're coming off of pit road now, it's looking like Billy Van Meter was your leader for the time being there. Getting all mixed up there. We've got Magnus Anderson, Joshua Parent, Mason Thompson out front right now. 5th place is Joshua Parent. But as he comes across the line right here, he will take the lead. Not good for a lot of drivers out there. This kid gets up front like this much of a lead on you. You're going to be doing a lot of work on your tires to get back up in front of him. Not something that you want to do. Billy Van Meter coming off of pit road, ladies and gentlemen. Fresh Nikes, full fuel. We'll see how it works out for him out there. Everybody's got a different strategy about them, but they can't wait too long. Otherwise, they lose too much. Christopher Fleshman taking his tires. Now it's looking like he's going to lose a lap due to waiting as long as he did. Yes, indeed. That might throw a big old wrench in the cog right there for a lot of the drivers out there on the track. Is the pit strategy here at Vegas with that 65% fuel going on. Really turned a big old change of events out there. Mark Math back to 15th after the pit. Vickery up to 14th. We've got a big change going on out here, guys. This is interesting. And we've got former race winners and teammates all up front. Not good. 1, 2, 3 right now. Bitcoin Boy. That will put some massive points on the board for them if they were to finish the race in this order that they're sitting at right now. 41 laps are down. At the line, we're going to start lap 42 with the leaders right here together. Like I said, Bitcoin Boy. They're up front right now with 3 of their drivers leading this thing. 1, 2, 3. Closest thing back to him, Joshua Divers, Chaos Motorsports. And he's got a 2.5 to 3rd place. But he's closing that gap little by little. Also back there, 5th place right now is Ryan Elmore and APG, American Pride Gaming. For those of you that don't know, now you do. He's fast. And he's got one heck of a car out there right now. And that's a pretty car on that 26. Custom paint job by his team owner and the league owner, Tony Jankowski, right there. Tony spent a long time putting that together. I think I've spoke about this before. We'll go ahead and bring it up again while we're looking at him. But that is one good-looking car put together right there. Tony spent a lot of time putting it together. And I spent 8 minutes painting the nose and the tail to match everything on the side. That's a custom sunburst rear end on a 26 right there. And it's pretty. Billy Van Meter making his way up to 9th position after his pit stop there. He's got Matthew Gonzalez and John Crawford. John in front of him, Matthew behind him right now. And both of those drivers absolutely know how to get it done at Vegas. So this is really interesting. The level of talent that's out here with us in the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League is almost unmatched out there. I mean, it's capped off. You can't be over 4,500 on the I rating. Makes for competitiveness. You can't be under 1,000. You drop under 1,000, you can't race till you get it back up here. It's kind of nice for them. It keeps a little competitive edge on everybody that's on the track, and you also know that they're at least serious a little bit about what they've got going on the track. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you what. Not one incident in 46 laps, and they are bumper to bumper nose to rear on the track in multiple locations out there, and nothing, not a hiccup one. Just a beautiful, beautiful race developing here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is iRacing, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can go down at any point in time. In 3 seconds flat, that number 7 could be in that catch fence. You never know. But right now, these guys are giving everything they've got, and gals are giving everything, every ounce of their energy to provide to you an absolutely beautiful, clean race. And I'm proud to be a part of it right now with them. They have got cars on every inch of this track, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go ahead and bring up a track map to the side here. You'll see what I'm talking about exactly. Well, heck, we can just see if we can get our friends from above to give us a beautiful shot. Don't have it anymore. Changed cameras on here, and now we don't have the one that I get from all the way above, but that's okay. That is okay, ladies and gentlemen, because we still got a wonderful race going on here. And like I said, these fine folks are really giving their all out there on the track. Joshua Parent still leading this thing with Magnus Anderson and Mason Thompson behind him. Joshua Divers coming in 4th position. 5th place going to Ryan Elmore. John Crawford in 6th position. 7th place is going to Jason Spear. 8th place, Matthew Gonzalez. With 9th place now, Billy Van Meter. 10th place going to Rob Higgs Jr. Great race on the track, ladies and gentlemen. 11th place, Joshua Corner. Keith Hume Sr. is going to go to 12th position. 13th is Rachel Hunt. Christopher Hodgson making up 14th position with Isaac Campbell bringing up a cool 15th spot. 16th going to Wyatt Frink. Troy Baker out there in 17th. Chandler Clark. Kendrick Holm. Ryan Catalano. Christopher Fleshman. Kim Kraus. Jason Chilton. Ryan Allen. Mitchell Schaefer. Mark Math. Cody Dahl. Chris Vickery. Michael Sellers. Andrew Watt. Eli Minnick. That's all the way back there with them, ladies and gentlemen. They're all making up a wonderful race here for us as we get along through lap 50 now. Halfway is done. Half the race to go. Action is gone. We've got half the action remaining. That's right. Mark Math up to 14th position now, doing good, making time back up there on the track. Like I said, he had a very, very bad pit stop, did that driver right there. And we're going to see him do a lot of different things to get this thing back up under the way. Billy Van Meter out there, up 8th position still. Jason Spear, Spear Motorsports driver right there. He's a really good guy. He's out there every week with his team on the Monday practice beforehand. They're out there. They custom build the setups for the track, each one of them there at Spear Motorsports. There's 3 drivers of them out there, and all 3 of them are one heck of a wheel, man or woman. It's Jason Spear, Rachel Hunt. And I can't see the third one on the screen right now, but there's a third driver with them, and all three of them just fantastic out there with how they do it. 83 up to 6th position. Now they're coming around. Ryan Elmore on the inside there. Now we've seen, John Crawford on the inside there. Ryan Elmore in 5th place in front of him. As Ryan Elmore closes that gap up slowly but surely on the drivers in front of him. He's got about 3.8 seconds to 3rd place. He's got lap traffic in front of him as well. '87 there of Christopher Fleshman, going to be 3 laps down now, ladies and gentlemen, falling back. Good piece in the race. As he's pulling down pit road yet again. Something must be wrong with the 87 car there as that driver, like I said, pulls it down pit road for a second time. Might be strategy there if he knows he's got 42 laps worth of fuel left in it. I don't know. But the 87 down in pit lane, like I said yet again. We've got Chris Vickery up in 17th position right now. Lots of things going down on the track. A lot of moving and shaking out there, ladies and gentlemen. As the race continues on, they've got drivers out there, like I said. I think they're trying to pull some pit strategies out with it. You got about 40 laps remaining at the line. If you can get behind traffic and flow through and not use full throttle as much as possible, perhaps ride the clutch a little bit if you have that option, you possibly could make it the 40 laps. The tires definitely would hold. It would be the fuel that went out beforehand. So good strategy by these drivers if that's what they're wanting to get out. Like I said, you got to make 2 pit stops here in this race. It's a 100 lap, 65% limitation on the fuel. Got about 11 and a half, 12 gallons. You can make it. And you're going to see drivers probably start to think that, and you're going to see them start pulling in. Jason Chilton there, Dahl's mechanical driver, 11th position. Right now he's got Chandler Clark in his crosshairs up in front of him, but he's got a little bit of time to make up to get there. 2.5 seconds. But eyes are focused, and the driver of the number 4 is lasered in on that spot. Jason Spear still trying to catch up there now to Matthew Gonzalez, who's just slowly but steadily pulled away from him. Also, John Crawford around both of those drivers riding that high line there in the 28 Mac Tool yellow on white. Oh, sorry. I got my breath taken away by a yawn there. I do apologize. It's not from the lack of action out here on the track. It's just been an extraordinarily long day on my end here. We've got the number 22 of Joshua Parent leading this thing off strong, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a full second on his teammate of Mason Thompson with Magnus Anderson, another Bitcoin boy driver out there as well in 3rd place. Joshua Divers still 4th position, holding on very strong, but for how much longer? Because the 26 of Ryan Elmore is right behind him. And ladies and gentlemen, we're in that pit window that they pit at on the first lap, 37 laps. So surely there's already some other drivers out there going again. There's the 83 of Jason Spear he's definitely taken advantage of. I know how fast I was. I know where I can be at. I know what I need. You better hope you're faster than you think you are as you stay out there on the track for as long as you think you can right now. As the 22, 81, and 7 are seeming to, they're probably going to stay out. They're going to push it to the gills on this time around and try to keep that spot and make up as much time as possible with people slowing down going into pit lane, and hope it pans out for them on the other end when they do the same. 83 and the 18 of Troy Baker and Jason Spear back on the track after taking their last pit there. Troy Baker 2 laps down. Jason Spear only 1 down right now, but that's just from the leaders as he gets out in front of Chris Vickery there. Should benefit him quite well there. Joshua Parent, Mason Thompson, Magnus Anderson still opting to stay out, with Joshua Divers, Ryan Elmore right behind him. Guys, 66 laps down, all clean. Not one incident on the track. What an absolute turnaround of events from last week here at the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. There's a few drivers not present with us on the track, but I don't think that really has anything to do with it. I really do believe that everybody just got their stuff together this week. They're really focused on getting wins, getting points on the board for themselves and their teams, and trying to focus in on a big victory for a championship season. And just lots of space out there once again, ladies and gentlemen. Lots and lots of space on the track right now. Here's a track map view of where it's at. You've got half the track unoccupied right now. The pit stops have happened and they've all bundled back up. But before that came on, ladies and gentlemen, almost every inch of the track had a car on it. A lot of fun to watch. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Still got the action going on nice and strong. 70 laps deep here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League Season 2. All green. Wonderful racing out there by some very talented drivers. Can't wait to get some of them in the booth here at the end of this to talk with them about how wonderfully, how excellent, how friggin' amazing they operated these machines out here on the track tonight at Las Vegas. I just am all kinds of messed up right now, ladies and gentlemen. Can't speak right. As the action continues on here, we got 30 laps remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 30 laps to go. And from the way things are sitting and looking right now, Joshua Parent, Mason Thompson, Magnus Anderson, Joshua Divers, Ryan Elmore, William Van Meter, John Crawford, Chandler Clark, Jason Chilton, Rob Higgs. Top 10. Mark Math, 12th position now. 11th place going to Isaac Campbell. As they're coming along through there, we've got John Crawford, Christopher Hodgson below him there. Fresher tires on the number 8. Number 28 probably coming really close to that pit stall. There we go. He's coming down there this time through. Thought so. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is when it starts to get extraordinarily interesting. Those leaders just pit. The other guys have already been in there. They took a lap behind. They're now lead lapping. They're now out front, and they only got a couple laps on their tires. So, how's it going to pan out? Mark Math up to 3rd place after that. Mark Math, 2nd position after that. Billy Van Meter's going to be leading. Might have a little bit of a snafu going on here. I don't know if Van Meter's been down yet or not. This might be interesting. Van Meter has yet to pit. There he goes. Now he's down. That was the last drivers right there to go down pit road. Gonna make for a very, very, very interesting turn of events here, ladies and gentlemen. Really got to see how things are going to go down now. Watch them come off the end of pit lane there. I don't know. This could get really, really interesting. Joshua Parent in third place. Magnus Anderson fourth. Jason Spear to fifth. Your leader right now, Mason Thompson. Could we get a back-to-back out there from the 81 of Mason Thompson? Not only a back-to-back, a triple victory for that driver, really putting the nail in somebody's coffin right there. And not only that, but if they can hold out like it is for 25 laps, we got a 1, 2, 3 Bitcoin boy, and I'll bring them all in the booth at one time and let them have one big freaking party with me. That's right. We'll have one big freaking party in the broadcast booth with the Bitcoin boys if they pull it off here tonight at Vegas with a big bad 1, 2, 3 finish, but a double back-to-back with the 81 of Mason Thompson is looking really good right now. Rachel Hunt being one lap down. If she can get up there just in front of that 81, that'll knock that lucky dog position off and put her on the lead lap if a yellow were to come out. If a yellow comes out now, that's your lucky dog. Rachel Hunt, the rest of them, they're going to be way back there. And a bunch of drivers, like I said, they stayed out a little longer than they really should have. They should have pit with the leaders on this one here. These guys went in first to begin with, and it gave them the upper hand, it looks like, here at Vegas. The 81 Mason Thompson leading this thing. His teammates Joshua Parent, Magnus Anderson right behind him. Jason Spear, fourth position. Right behind him, Ryan Elmore. Joshua Divers, sixth position back. Got a couple lapped cars in between him and Ryan. Matthew Gonzalez and John L. Crawford, the next two back. John's got a little bit of space between him and Matthew, about a second and a half separating those two. Cody Dahl is going to be up to eighth position now for Dahl Mechanical there. Good finish for him if he can hold on to it. Mitchell Schaefer, the number one car out there on the track, bringing up 10th place. Billy Van Meter, he's up to 12th right now, battling it out with 11th, 12th, and 10th of Cody Dahl and Ryan Allen back there, his teammate behind him. Chandler Clark out there on the track still, ladies and gentlemen, really cutting a rug out there, 11th position for that driver. Jason Chilton going to make up 12th, 13th, going to Rob Higgs Jr. These guys are really, really laying it in there right now. Like I said, that leader, Mason Thompson, his teammate is behind him. It's his teammate. Personally, this is my thoughts on this. If you're going to finish the 1, 2, 3, wonderful. If you want the back-to-back win, I get it. But if you're thinking team aspect here, you could get your boy in third place in the 7 car. Magnus Anderson up to the front and let him have the win. And that's you. That's your teammate Josh. That's your teammate Magnus, guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. 3 Bitcoin boys. Or take the win for yourself and have that triple victory for you on the season there. Really set it in where, hey, you know, we're going to win regardless on points team-wise. I got my boys behind me, 1, 2, 3 for this to boost that up big time. I got a third win for me. That's 120 points just from wins alone. And I'm taking 2 guarantees away from somebody else. I like it. The 81's got it figured out. Race going on for 4th place right now. Ryan Elmore and Jason Spears separated by Rob Higgs with a 1 lap down for that driver there. A little unfortunate for Rob. Rob is a very happy-go-lucky spirit out there on the track just trying to have a good time. It looks like the pit strategy got the better end of you there tonight. As we kick it on through here, guys. 16 laps to go, 15 at the line next time around. These drivers have been back here just hanging tough here. Chris Vickery is sitting around 17th position. He's been here about the whole time. That's where he started at from the start of this thing. Isaac Campbell back there in the 40. We seen him get creamed earlier on in a practice session for this here race. It's a good thing they were able to beat that car back into position there to at least be able to run on the track. Surely that's the issue with him running back there in 23rd position for this race. And back here we've got Jason Spear up in 5th position. Joshua Divers right there with him. A little bit of race for 5th place going on. Matthew Gonzalez, John Crawford, and William Van Diver right there through 9th position, trying to catch up as well. Guys, we've got 14 laps remaining. Still green. No stops except to get fuel and tires. Maybe a little trash talk across the microphones has gone down. But other than that, this has been a great race here for us up here in the booth watching overhead. These guys have really laid it all out there on the line. It's Magnus Anderson, all cool, calm, and collected out there on the track. Right there behind him, Mark Math. Unfortunately now 3 laps down. Must have had a real bad pit stop for that driver there. Back behind, that's Rachel Hunt behind Ryan Elmore. Rob Higgs behind Ryan Elmore. That's the view from out the backside of the leader there for us, ladies and gentlemen. There's your front for him there as we catch on the gyro cam here. Love how this one rotates around and drops down with the camera as they go through the banking in the turns there. Joshua Parent in 2nd place right now. Still running on through here, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a fantastic race. 11 laps are still left to go. 10 at the line the next time the leaders cross it. And as it sits right now, no yellow out. 1, 2, 3. Bitcoin boy for the win, for 2nd, and the show. We got young Andrew Watt out there running with his good buddy Chris Vickery out there on the track. Ryan Elmore up in 4th position. Keith Hume all back here. He's got Elmore coming up on his rear. 20th position for Hume there. He had a little bit of a lot of pit cycle troubles here for a couple of these drivers. It seems like they did not fare well in pit stops. And that's part of racing, ladies and gentlemen. strategy. Strategy. We got Mason Thompson, Joshua Parent, Magnus Anderson, Chandler Clark, Mitchell Schaefer, Cody Dahl, Ryan Allen, Jason Chilton, Michael Sellers, and Barry Kramer. Top 10. Good action on the field. We got a little race going on back here with Billy Van Meter, John Crawford, and Matthew Gonzalez. Jason Spear right behind him. He's really trying to gain up that space. We've got 7 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get intense here at Las Vegas with the Birdhouse Xfinity Open Leagues Season 2, Week 5, about to come to an end. We're about to see who's the better man tonight, or woman. You never know. Miss Rachel Hunt might come out of nowhere and just slap them all and say, "Get back there, it's my race to win." This could happen. You never know. As we get the action underway, that was a picture of the pace car right there sitting, waiting, willing, because they're bored, didn't get to do anything but start this race off. We've got Joshua Corner right here coming along, Mark Math, Mason Thompson out there on the track as well, up in front of Joshua. These guys are really laying it out there, trying to have a good race. The leader's gone now, 4.5 seconds up. We must have had a little bit of a snafu where everybody got checked up a little bit, because it is now no longer 1, 2, 3 Bitcoin boy. Oh, Joshua Parent having to come off the track and get tires, it looks like. What happened there? I sure hope that doesn't happen to the rest of them and they run out of fuel or tires before the end of the race. Mason Thompson is looking like a back-to-back winner here at Las Vegas. Maybe he's just going to give it up and give it away to Magnus Anderson and let his buddy have that win for that guaranteed slot in the playoffs. Here we go. Mason Thompson all by himself now. Magnus Anderson had to drop into the pits. He's out of fuel as well. Something happened with that driver's calculations. Is Mason the only one running his clutch? What's going on? Magnus is dropping way back there, 5 seconds behind his leader friend there. We've got 3 laps to go, 2 at the line now, 2 laps to go at the line, and we've got Christopher Hodgson on the outside. Oh, banging up into the wall there. He was trying to go for that pass to get around to the lead lap there, at least be on the lead lap is what that driver was doing. Wasn't able to pull it off. Mason Thompson's got 2 laps to go before he pulls off this win. He's got Magnus Anderson and Ryan Elmore behind him. Magnus has got 3.5 seconds back behind his teammate there, who is on the final lap. The white flag is out, and it's all Mason Thompson in the 81. We've got Magnus Anderson behind him. We've got Ryan Elmore in third right now with Joshua Divers, but we're going to stay focused on this driver here as he's coming around turns 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen. Here it comes as he's down on the front stretch, coming through the trioval, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, Mason Thompson. Week 1, week 4, and now week 5 as he pulls it sideways through turns 1 and 2. Big win for this driver here, ladies and gentlemen. Mason Thompson for the win. 3 wins for the season for this driver. What are they gonna do to catch him. And now let's bring them up, ladies and gentlemen. Your official race results are in. We've got Mason Thompson, Magnus Anderson, Ryan Elmore, Joshua Divers, Billy Van Meter coming in 5th place. That's your top 5 right there. From 6th to 10th, we've got John Crawford, Matthew Gonzalez, Jason Spear, Chandler Clark, and Mitchell Schaefer. Top 10 done and over with. 11th place, Cody Dahl. 12th, Jason Shelton. 13th, Ryan Allen. Michael Sellers, 14th. Barry Kramer, 15th. Chris Vickery, 16th. 17th going to Andrew Watt. 18th position, Joshua Corner. Keith Hume, 19th. 20th going to Rachel Hunt. 21st, Rob Higgs Jr. 22nd, Isaac Campbell. Troy Baker, 23rd. 24th, Christopher Hodgson. Kim Kraus, 25th. 26th, Kendrick Comm. 27th, Mark Math. Ryan Catalano, 28th. 29th, Wyatt Frank. Joshua Parent, 30th. Fleshman, Christopher Fleshman, 31st. And Eli Minnick, 32nd. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a Bitcoin boy 1-2 finish. We didn't get the 1-3, 1-2-3, but we definitely got a 1-2 finish with Ryan Elmore, APG, pulling off 3rd place. All right, let's talk to some people, guys. Let's talk to some people. All right. We're going to bring him up, ladies and gentlemen. Here he comes. Mr. APG himself, number 26, coming in 3rd place tonight. We got Ryan Elmore in the booth with us. Ryan, how you feeling, brother?
Oh, hold on, I got to mute. I'm happy but disappointed at the same time. It is what it is.
Happy and disappointed. Why are you happy and disappointed? Happy for 3rd, disappointed you didn't win.
Happy for 3rd, disappointed that there's lap cars that are 5 laps down racing you for the win, and then they try to spin you out, and pretty disappointing.
That's what happened with, because y'all were a lot closer to Mason Thompson there than y'all were, and then all of a sudden y'all were 5 seconds back. I was going through the field there, and when I got back up, he was gone. I was like, what happened? Now I know exactly what happened. You had a little lap traffic.
Gaining 0.3 a second or per lap, and the lap car decided to come up behind me and tag me and shoot me up to the wall.
Well, you were able to hold it on. You were able to pull through and persevere, my good friend, and you pulled off that show finish, man. You got 3rd place out there. You got anybody?
We'll take it.
You got any friends, family, sponsors that you'd like to give a special shout out to, my friend?
Yeah, shout out to you for broadcasting this every week, and then shout out to Tony for Birdhouse and setting these races up.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the season here. I look forward to seeing you in here again. I was calling it at the beginning. You were up front. You fell back. You were toying with them, and you pulled right back up front. And you were gone. And yeah, I know you were. I could see it. I could see it in your eyes there, even though I couldn't see your eyes. I knew exactly what was going on. You had Mark behind you, too. Y'all were having some fun there at the beginning. And then, like you said,
now he's a fun driver.
Pit Stop's got the better end of people, I think, here. I think Pit Stop's really got the better end of people here at Vegas. So,
yeah, and I'll talk to you next week.
Great. You daggone right you will, because you're going to be in here again, sir. You have a great night, buddy. Sir. Good finish.
Likewise.
All right. That was Ryan APG Elmore in the number 26. Right now, I'm going to tell you what. We got a new driver, number 7, Magnus Anderson. He's coming in now. And live with us, 2nd place, one of the very own Bitcoin boy drivers out here with us, Magnus Anderson. I thought we were going to see a 1-2-3. And Joshua Payne let me down.
I thought so too.
Did he get into a wreck with someone?
Yeah, I'm rewatching right now, and I'm not very happy.
Can you give me a lap number, sir, while we have an interview here in the booth?
Lap 91 for him, so that would be 95 for us. So lap 95 for Joshua Parent.
Let's find this wreck itself, because I knew there was a 1, 2, 3 going on, and then all of a sudden, pow, he was gone.
Yeah, we're oddly enough, we didn't really dial this setup in. We just had a setup and ran it. And obviously, it was pretty good.
Y'all had an amazing run up there after the first pit stop. The three of y'all were together the entire. Ooh, that was bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I did not get to see this live. I was towards the back of the pack when this goes on. You're going to have to give me just a second, Mr. Anderson, as I get to see this live for the first time myself. What I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the 22 of Joshua Parent. He was coming down from the mid lane of that track, and the number 92 of Ryan Catalano was trying to get below him, but had a whole lot of speed going on there and just had no regards for him there, and all the way to the outside wall did the 22 go. The 92 rolled on by there of Mr. Catalano, and I do believe he was a lap down as well, so very, very unfortunate there for that. Well, anyway, with that aside, Mr. Anderson, you had one heck of a race out there. What was going through your mind after that second pit stop? When the three of y'all were out there together?
I was just happy we're all three out there and doing good. I should have adjusted the car a little bit to get rid of how free it was off of 4, but I knew we had first, second, third locked, and I was kind of, just riding. I just need good points. A win would be nice, but,
See,
it is what it is.
If you caught live in the broadcast while I was seeing the action unfold there, we had Mason Thompson and Joshua Parent in first and second place. In third place, you, sir, the number 7 of Magnus Anderson was riding there. And I made the comment, hey, 81, you've got to win. Matter of fact, you've got 2 wins. You were last week's winner, and now you're this week's winner, too. Might add. I'm going to have some fun with that here in just a second. But your buddy Joshua right behind you, second place. Hey, he won week 2. Y'all are guaranteed. I think they should have backed off and let you had to win anyway, just to put you up there in the freaking. No, that's just to guarantee you a shot at the playoffs, man. Doesn't matter if you get the win or not.
That's not how we do things, man.
Oh man, they should have done it. Should have put you up there.
100%, man. 100% all the time.
Okay, that's fine. You should have gave 100% and spun both of them out so you could be a guaranteed playoff runner too. But no, they couldn't be team players. They couldn't be team players. I'm just funning you, man. Y'all had a good run. It didn't matter how you finished. I really, like I said, I'm about to have a boatload of fun with your teammate here in just a moment as I pull him up in here. But I wanted to make sure you got your congratulations out there. And do you have any friends, families, or sponsors that you'd like to thank out there?
Racing Boys, that's my YouTube. Go ahead and check us out. Bitcoin Boys Racing. We got a lot of friends in our Discord that we're watching. Yeah, I'd just like to thank them. And Ryan Hatch is out in Portland, Sonoma area, so hopefully he was watching. And
that's one of the drivers that was missing here tonight. Ryan wasn't here. Okay.
And then Blakely wasn't here as well. I can't remember what he was doing, but with the three of us, we made it work.
You were down 2 teammates. You still pulled off 75 team points. Not too bad.
No, not too bad at all.
Not too bad. It's a little bit more than 75, but Parent was 30 at the end of it. So, I mean, he kind of got screwed, unfortunately. But anyway, driver, Magnus, great finish, great race. I look forward to seeing you up in here again. I want to see you on the pole, man. I want to see you at the first place so you get that guaranteed spot. That way you get to fight your buddies for that championship.
Where's next week?
Yeah, you asked bad time. I couldn't tell you right now. I'm drawing a blank. Drawing a blank.
Oh no. Well, we'll dial it in for next week. All right.
You're gonna dial it in, and you'd better do it right, man. You got to do it right, because if you don't, Homestead's gonna kick your butt next week, and that's all there is to it.
Oh no, we'll have it dialed in 2 inches off the wall the whole time.
Dialed in 2 inches off the wall. That's the number 7, Magnus Anderson. Sir, have a great night.
Yep.
All right. Hold yourself, sir. Ladies, gentlemen, hold on to your horses. All right, ladies and gentlemen, week number 5 in the books. Week number 1, he kicked their tails. Week number 4, he took their lunch, and we're back again. He says back to back this time. We got Mason Thompson once again with the 81 in victory lane. Mason, how you doing it, man? What are you putting special fuel in the car? What's the deal?
Yeah, I got a little special mix I like to put in there. Nah, just these setups we keep making, man. These setups are blazing fast. Sometimes I feel like the car's driving itself. But no,
y'all had it
awesome.
From the first pit stop. The 3 of y'all together from the first pit stop. When y'all made your first stop together, poof, the 3 of y'all were up front, and it didn't hesitate from the 3 of y'all. It didn't alter, nothing changed from the 3 of y'all up front after that point. So, did y'all work that out yesterday? Have y'all been working on it for more than one day all week long? What was the plan on y'all's team there this week?
I mean, I don't know if there was really a plan. I didn't run any laps till we got into practice earlier when the session started, and I was 30 minutes late, so I only got 30 minutes of practice. But I mean, right from the get go, setup felt fine. Vegas typically isn't my best track. I kind of struggle here, but I guess with the open setup, when the fixed setup, I struggle here. I guess with the open setup, I don't know. I guess
cars tend to handle way better than the fixed setups if you get somebody
a
little bit of a handle on what they're doing when they're making them. You can Vegas is a nasty track with an open setup, and buddy, you had everything under control. And by the way, y'all heard it first here. He arrived 30 minutes late via helicopter, jumped in the car, and just drove the tires off of it till the end of the race. That's just how he does it here. He just wakes up in the morning, puts his pants on 2 legs at a time, which means he jumps in those bad boys and he starts racing. That's the 81 of Mason Thompson. That's how he lives life, ladies and gentlemen. So, buddy, you got any friends, families, or sponsors that you'd like to thank out there?
Shout out to my teammates. We almost close to 1, 2, 3. So close. I don't know how many laps away we were.
I didn't want to bring it up with you. 4.
Look, I don't know what Magnus said. What happens. I hate it for Josh. I mean, that was gonna be a heck of a battle. He was probably gonna catch me. From what it sounded like, it sounded like he was
The 22 was just higher than the midline. He was mid-high line on the entry, and Catalano was directly midline. Catalano thought he would be able to get below him, and he didn't. He didn't have the time to get down there because Parent was making his turn, and he just caught that rear and took him. It was done. It was it. Just sent him right to the wall. It's unfortunate how that went down.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't get to see it live. I'm going through the field because I was watching y'all for a good 4 or 5 minutes just talking because y'all 3 were together, and I was like, well, geez, Louise, if they don't throw a caution or nothing like that happens out here, these guys are going to walk away with a 1, 2, 3, and we're going to have a big party in the broadcast booth. I'm not even going to do it individually. I'm just going to bring y'all all in, and I was going to bring the 3 of you together because you were just going to 1, 2, 3 it. You know what I'm saying? I was going to cuss you out for not giving it to Magnus. All these things were already planned out. I had a whole thing going, and somebody wrecked somebody. It happens. That's why it's racing. That's why it's racing. So
yes, sir.
But friends, family, sponsors, you got those?
Yep.
Everybody's got those. Go. Let me hear them.
Oh wait, no, just my teammates. Like I said, I don't have any sponsors. Shout out Taco Bell. They're on my car sometimes.
Bam!
I like Taco Bell. Taco Bell's good. Yeah,
Fourth
Taco Bell's
meal.
good.
Fourth meal. All right. Well, Mason, congratulations, man. Like I said at the beginning of this, guys, week 1, Mason Thompson. Week 4, Mason Thompson. Week 5, Mason Thompson. This guy, he's not giving anybody a chance out there. If he continues at this rate, we'll just give him the trophy. And that's just that. Because if he takes all the guarantees away, well, he's going to be the point leader. And how do you know what I'm saying? It's hard to beat that. Of course, they do reset at the playoffs there. You get like a 20-point bump for the point leader at the playoffs. La-di-da-di-da and all that good stuff. 81, though, Mason Thompson is really showing them how it's done out here in the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. Mason, we'll see you next week, man, hopefully in the booth. If not, hey, we'll see you again soon sometime, though.
Yep, 10-4. Looking forward to it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the interviews there with the drivers that finished 1, 2, and 3. And once again, this has been a blast tonight here. But what we haven't seen yet, we got to bring up here. We got to see how they're doing in the points. Hold on a second here. That was last week's. Here we go. Got her updated now. No, it's not. Why is it not doing my points? Silly goose. Anyway, let's hide that again real quick. Getting aggravated here. I just wanted to bring up the point standings for everybody as it was going down. There we go. That ain't updated either. Boy, it's just breaking everything on me here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'll get the points updated before the broadcast next week here. Guys, this was the Birdhouse Xfinity Open League. My name is Kevin Hazelwood. This was Kev Calls TV. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon.